Hi, welcome to Simply Narelle here, and I know it has been ages since I've been on, and apologies for lighting. It may actually be a little bit too bright, but I've just got both my lamps on my desk and I'm hoping that it's not too bright. Anyway, I'm back with a WIP parade. I haven't made a video for a long time, and I'm sorry. I did say at my last video that I wouldn't be back till probably August, so it's now nearly December, it's November. So anyway, I thought I'd come back and do a WIP parade because I've started stitching again. Now the reason I went away is I was focusing on my paper crafting channel and doing lots of that, and I wasn't actually even stitching. So I've started stitching again in the last month, so I'm sort of trying to do a balance now between the two, between the paper crafting and the stitching. So I'm hoping to be back more regular with a video. Fingers crossed. Don't hold me to it, we'll see what happens. But what I've realised when I was away is that my brain is a little bit strange. I tend to hyper focus on something for a few months, and then I'll get over that. It's like, all right, I'm ready to move on to something else, and then I'll switch to focusing on something else for a few months. And I think I've seen that pattern now for quite a few years, and that is just the way my brain goes. So I've hyper focused on my paper crafting for a few months, and now I'm ready to switch it up, so I'm back to the stitching. And then I'll probably, hyper focus on the stitching for 6 months or so, and then I'll go back to the paper crafting more. So that is how my channel's going to run. I think it's not going to be a regular, like some channels come on every week, every fortnight, every month, like clockwork. I don't think that's ever going to be me. My brain just doesn't work like that. So anyway, that is what you can expect going forward, and we'll see. We'll just deal with it. So today is a WIP parade, and I have two big piles here next to me. They go up to here on my desk of bags, and then if you can see in the cubes behind me, I've got another lot there and another lot there and another lot down there. So quite a few WIPs. This is going to be a long video. Let's get into it. So, and after this, so my next video coming up, I think, is going to be what I've finished in the last month, because I've had a lot of finishes this last month since I've started stitching again. So what I have finished and my plans until the end of the year, and then my plans into next year. So that's the idea. All right, first one up is the one I have been stitching this week, and I'm going to keep stitching this until it is a finish. And it's, Token of Love by With Thy Needle and Thread. Love this one. And I started this last year. Now, if you're new to my channel, I am notoriously bad at writing down when I start things, when I finish things, all those details. So I know I started it this year, I think, and it was meant to be, or maybe last year, I don't know now, but it was meant to be for, or in honor of, our 25th wedding anniversary, which was April just gone. So I think I must start at the beginning of the year, and I didn't get it finished in time, but I'm still going, and I want to finish it this year. So that is the chart. And I don't have here, oh yes I do, what fabric? It's a 36 count WDW, is that a Weeks Dye Works linen? Wait, do they do linen? They just do floss, and I don't know. Anyway, that's what it says. I got it on a Stash Unload site, and this is where I am. I'm just going to scoot over. So that's where I am. I'm doing a conversion using cottage garden threads, just whatever threads I had in my stash. Now, don't expect to see things ironed in my videos either. This came straight off the Q-snap 5 minutes before I started filming. So that is what I am working on, and I'm loving how it's coming out. Really, really pretty. So I only have on this one that top there, that motif there, that one there, and I think, did I do the other one down there? Yeah, and to finish this one off down here, I need to put in my husband's initials there. So just got that to do, finish that. Oh, and finish this one. I didn't quite finish that one last night. and then it'll be finished. So this week I anticipate this one will be finished. So that is the first WIP done. Now I have unzipped all my bags. So I know some people don't like the zippers. So I have remembered to unzip them all. Okay, and these are not in any particular order. They're just as I pulled them out of my little cubes, cubby holes. This is Sweet Land of Liberty by Cherry Hill Stitchery. This is my commemoration piece for 9/11. And I am in Australia, but that event affected the whole world and resonated with everyone. Everyone remembers where they were, what they were doing at the time they found out about it. So it affected me deeply. I had a new baby son, and I just, yeah, changed my whole outlook on things. So I felt I needed to do something to commemorate it, and this has been been on my list for quite a few years now. 3, 4, even more, who knows. So there is where I am, and I'm nearly finished. So I was aiming to finish this a couple of weeks ago, but I ran out of the floss. I am doing it in the Weeks Dye Works. Is it Weeks Dye Works? Yes, the Weeks Dye Works called for flosses. First time I've done that. I don't normally use the fancy flosses for things because I don't have a budget for it. And I get frustrated when the dye lots change, which are with everything. And then I can't get the same. But anyway, so that is where we are at, and it is nearly finished. I only have the rest of the Liberty to do. There's some blue in these flowers in the pot, and then the same sort of floral corner up here. I think there might be something up here as well under my needle winder. And then that will be done. So I love this piece. It's gorgeous. So that is that one. And like I said, I ran out of one colour, the blue, which is Deep Sea. So I ran out of the Deep Sea, and I was also getting low on the Cayenne and the collards, so I bought those 3. Aren't those colours gorgeous? Oh, they are so pretty. So I bought them from, if you're in Australia, I went to Exquisite Cross Stitch, Marianne. Service is phenomenal, super fast, and love supporting local shops. So I will link her shop below, because every time I've ordered from her, it's been super fast, and she puts in a little note with every order, and I just think it's amazing. I love supporting the little businesses like that. Okay, next is a Rosewood Manor. Oh my gosh, I've squished this in the bag. Jeez. This is just a working copy of the chart, and it is Turkish Delight by Rosewood Manor. There we go. I love Rosewood Manor, and I love this chart. Not a fan of the fabric it's on, but a lot of people have stitched it on that. I am using a piece of linen from Paddock Lane Designs. It is from the September 2023 Fabric of the Month Club, called Bushfire. It's a 28 count. And I started this with Lady Marmalade, I think, in stitches, and she has done a lot more than me because she just kept stitching and I had a break. But this is where I am up to, and I'm pretty sure I'm doing a conversion on this as well, because I was just picking colours from my stash of DMC. But that is where I am. Love this one. So I don't think I've finished a page yet. That first section up here is probably the first part of the first page. Yeah. So, and I am a Rosewood Manor fan. I love what she does. So, wait, sorry, I've lost my fabric. Where'd it go? There it is. Have to make sure that goes back in there. I'm just going to be dumping the bags on the floor, because then I'm going to get so far through these piles and then need to grab some more. Okay, next up is a really old kit from Lennart, Floral Blush Frontal View, and I swear I bought this in the 80s when, if you're from Sydney, you would remember at the Rosehill Racecourse they used to have the craft exhibition show things, and it was just all stalls you can go and buy lots of craft at. Back then there was lots of cross stitch stalls there, and I'm pretty sure that's where I got these from. So I love this. Now these I had planned to put in, actually they might have been a 90s purchase. I think they were a 90s purchase, because I had planned to put them behind our bed in our bedroom when I was first married. So, oh my gosh, and this is huge. I'm sorry, did I just cover you with fabric? I probably should have got all these out and folded them at least. No. This is a huge piece of fabric. Oh my goodness. And there's my tiny little start. And I think that's the way it goes, because I usually put my needle minders top left. So I have a feeling, and this is a printed linen. I don't know what it is. They'll probably say in the chart, or is it an even weave? Might be an even weave. Anyway, so that is my tiny little start. Not much there to talk about. Yes, like I said, I always put my needle minder top left if I'm not sure. Like if there's not enough stitch to be able to see what it is. And this is printed with the border around it. Can you see that? So when you look at this picture, this here, you don't need to stitch any of this or that up there or this here. That is already in on the fabric, which makes me pray and hope that I've put it on the fabric the right way. But I guess we'll come to that down the track. Okay. I'm sorry, I've got a glass mat on my desk and my little charms on my bags are ding-and dangling. Next is Lennart, and I call this yellow pot. This one, again, this was one I bought in the 90s. It was for the guest room, or was it? Yeah, I don't know now, can't remember. It doesn't have a name, it just has a number, I think. I don't even know what the number is now. 34510. I call it yellow pot. So again, this is a really old one. This is a kit. The last one was a kit as well. And again, this has the printed fabric, I'm pretty sure. So I still really like these, even though they're really old. It doesn't worry me. I will still stitch them. And this was back in the days when you used to put, can you see the edge of that? You used to put masking tape around the edge of your fabric to stop them fraying. Who remembers that? It's showing my age now, isn't it? Alright, so this is where I am for this one. I'm sorry. Oh, I'm getting in a mess. There we go. That's a yellow pot so far. Pretty. And if you bring it up too close, you're going to lose the light. So these are what you definitely call vintage now, I guess. Okay. Next we have, I think this is a magazine piece that I probably started for the Magazine Monthly cross stitch group, Magazine Monthly Challenge group on Facebook. And it's called Waiting for Santa. I love Christmas stitching. So I think that is really pretty. And this is on 25 count even weave by the look of it. Are you ready? This is such a nicely little start. This one I must have done, I don't know, for a challenge or something where you had to do a minimum amount of stitches, and it looks like I did 100 stitches. So there it is. Wow, look at that. They actually look like stockings. Are they? I think they're, I think, because I started from the middle, it has to be one of those stockings hanging off the mantelpiece. That is where I am. So this needs a lot of work. And that is just DMC from my stash. Right. This is a kit, Dimensions kit, that I have a love-hate relationship with. So I've got a fan on because it's warm. It's blowing my hair around. Okay, Dimensions, Angel Kisses. This is an old one. And I have a love-hate relationship with this one, because I've made a mistake somewhere and I didn't pick it up soon enough, and I'm having to fudge around it, and yeah. But it's what it is, and there we have it. So they are the skirts. So I've nearly completed the bottom half, I think. And this has lots and lots of half stitches in it. But I love the flowers here. The detail around these flowers, they're so pretty. So this one I was going to do for the house we built in Sydney, and it was going to go in the kids' bathrooms or just outside the bathroom. Yeah, we built that house in 2004, moved out in 2017, and that's how far the cross stitch is. Okay, Mirabilia. And what is this one called? Doopy-doopy-doo. I don't know. Where's it gone? I've taken the pattern out of the packet, and now I don't know what it's called. Wow. I didn't do that, did I? I never highlight a pattern. Oh, I remember. This was one I bought on a D-Stash group, and the lady didn't tell me that it was highlighted. So, yeah, I was not impressed when I got it. It's a Midsummer Night's Fairy. So if I find another one on a D-Stash, I'm going to go for it, because this is hard to work with the highlighted pattern, or pattern already highlighted. And I'll tell you what the fabric is in a minute. But that is my start. Not a big start. I think all these ones that have a little bit on them must have been for December last year. Was it December, November last year, I did a new start every day. So some of them got like an hour's worth of stitching in them, some of them got 3 or 4. If it was a weekend, then they got probably 5 or 6 hours stitching. So some are going to have more obviously than others, but I think that's why I've got so many that don't have a lot done on them. Goodness, words are hard. Okay, so the fabric, this fabric is from Paddock Lane Designs, Fabric of the Month Club, March 2024, and it is called Lavender Parfait. It is a gorgeous, gorgeous colour. I love it. It's probably a little bit lighter there than what it really is, but oh, it's beautiful. Love it. So that was my Midsummer Night's Fairy, and I'm hoping that she'll show up all right on it, because there's like lightness here, and I'm hoping there's going to be enough definition around here. If not, then I can backstitch around it if I think I need it, just to lift it off the fabric a little bit. I don't like backstitching, but if I need to do it to make it stand out more, then I will. Okay, next has lost its tag. I think that's that tag. I found my tag, a tag on the floor that must have fallen off a bag. Yeah, that's this one. So I'm just going to stick this back on because it had come undone. Wait, it goes this side. Talk amongst yourselves while I try and get this. Oh my gosh, do up. Thank you. Okay, so this is a piece that I have loved from afar for a very long time. I watched Shirley from, oh, I can't remember what her channel was, Shirley McKinney. I forgot what her channel was. She doesn't do cross stitching videos anymore. Her new channel is Are We There Yet? And it's all about her adventures and travels. I don't think she does cross stitch anymore. Anyway, and I watched her stitch it all. I fell in love with it and thought, yes, I have to have that. Tracked it down. It's Inspiration by Rosa Manor. Look at that. Absolutely stunning. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Beautiful. And then I started stitching it. Wasn't too bad till I got into the floral bit. That big border around here. That there is all border with little flowers and intricate vines. Yeah, it's not easy to stitch, I tell you. Those vines, oh, not happy. That is what I've got so far. So I think with this one, I need to spend some dedicated time on it. And what I'm thinking I'm going to do is stitch all the flowers and then come back and do the vines, because I was getting so confused and just wasn't coping with doing all those vines. And then it's like, well, if I get the vines in the wrong place, my flowers are going to be in the wrong place, and then am I going to be able to make it all work? So I think if I do all the flowers and the leaves, you can have a little bit more leeway in your vine placement, and it doesn't have to be perfect. Because with me, when it comes to backstitching, and those vines are backstitching, then it's like, well, if my backstitching is not perfect, then no one is going to know. And I think with those vines, it's pretty much going to be the same story. Alright, so the fabric I'm doing it on is a 32 count linen Belfast antique ivory. 32 count antique ivory from Zweigart Belfast linen. Does that make sense? Good. Yeah, I love this piece, but it was a little bit more challenging than I anticipated. And yeah, I've just got a working copy of the booklet because I don't want to wreck the booklet, because I either want to give it away when I'm done as a giveaway or something, or sell it or something like that. So I always do a working copy of things like that. And this one has nothing in there. What is it? Oh, okay. This is Birdsong, Heaven and Earth Designs, and I don't know who it's by, and I don't have a picture to show you because I don't have a printout of it. I probably need to print out the cover and show you, so I will put a picture in of what this is. And I don't even know what fabric this is. I don't even have a card to tell me that. But it's a pretty blue. I don't have a fabric card in there. I don't know what it is. I think I might have dyed this. So it's 25 count. It's a 25 count even weave. I'm pretty sure I dyed this because I was really happy with the colour. And I'm doing this 1/1, and that is my progress. Birdsong. I love the chart. It is so pretty. Gorgeous. So there we go. I have quite a few full coverages. And I'm, oh, I shouldn't say, but it's a plan for next year. But I've signed up for the Heaven and Earth sale for next year. Have I finished this year's? No. Will I ever finish this year's? Maybe. Alright, I've got a few things in here. By the look at this, I ran out of bags. That's pretty sad, isn't it? I make bags and sell bags, but I ran out of bags. So I started doubling up. Alright, oh, I'm sorry about the jingle jangle. Okay, so in here we have another Lynart kit, and it's the Floral Blush Profile. So this is the partner to the other one that I showed. And these, I believe, are magnolias. Absolutely gorgeous flowers. So this is the partner to the other one, and it's on the fabric that came in the kit. And I folded them so that the cross stitch is on the inside, so it takes me forever to unfold it. Hopefully I didn't get the other one upside down, because it's got this great big thumping Lynette thing on the bottom. So hopefully I paid attention to that on the other one. Anyway, right, and I've got my needle minder in the wrong, wait, hang on, is that the bottom? Yes, that's the bottom. So my needle minder is in the wrong spot on this one. But anyway, oh my gosh, I folded up a bed sheet. These are huge. And there I have, that's what I have. So I don't know what that is. Is it the stem? I think, actually don't know what that is. Because going by the picture, it's upside down. No, I don't know. I actually can't tell where that is. Because I have dark on the right, light on the left. If you look at this, it's the other way around. But that stitching looked like that. Because I started in the middle, so that would, I don't know. I don't know. Oh my gosh. Who knows? Maybe it does go that way. Maybe it goes that way. And that means I put it on the fabric upside down. Oh, dearie me. Yes, because that should be the bottom. Oh no, hang on, wait. No, wait a minute. No, that is right. I showed it first up, wrong way around. Yeah, it goes that way, it's okay. No. Yeah, let's just move right along because I think that's upside down on the fabric. Anyway, it'll probably never get finished, so who cares? Oops. Oopsie oopsie, which means the other one might be upside down. Possibly have I planned it that way? I don't know. I wouldn't have planned it that way. Who knows? Anyway, our next one, moving right along, is Snowman Wisdom from Sue Hillis Designs. I think I picked this up from a D-Stash group. I love it. It doesn't snow much here in Australia. Definitely never where I've lived. Very small part of the country that gets snow. But I love everything snow, snowmen. And here's my magnificent start. Words of wisdom. That's all I've got done. So I have a feeling this must have been another one where I have done like a start a day in November, I think it was. Alright, and I'm doing this on a piece of Belfast Zweigart called, doesn't say, it doesn't tell me. I don't know, it doesn't tell me. But that's the packet. It's got a number, not a name. That's the packet it came in. So I don't know the colour. They just put names on these things. So, alright. Next is another Rosewood Manor. And it looks like I'm doing a conversion on this one too. This is, whoops, what's in there? This is Dogwood Lace by Rosewood Manor. Love this one. It was stitched here all in one colour by the look of it. But the threads I have here are a mix of Cottage Garden threads. So these are the colours I have in the packet. You probably can't see them all. I've got quite a few, don't I? Alright, so they're the threads that I'm doing it with. Wait, put it over this way. So I've got like teals, oranges, well, rusty colours. There's like a corally rusty colour there and a yellow. Don't know what I was thinking with that colour combination, but anyway. Alright, so this is on a piece of 28 count something. Oh my gosh, I have so many. I've got my packets of the Cottage Garden threads. I definitely didn't want to run out, did I? Now this looks like a piece from Paddock Lane Designs, but I don't actually have the card to tell me what it is. But I know it's a 28 count, and this must have been from a Fabric of the Month club as well. And this is my start. And yes, this is my phallic piece because I'm seeing certain things in there that I shouldn't be seeing. And yeah, I don't know. I need to add some more things. There's more florals to go in there. And I'm sure once the whole piece is done, they won't stand out so much as looking like certain things. Oh dear. Oh, and there's also in the, do I say the tips of them, there's other bits stitched in there, so then that might also disguise the shape of them as well a little bit. But I had to giggle when I was stitching this one. Oh my goodness. Right, we are nearly done with the first pile. Sorry. Okay, we have another Mirabilia. I believe this one is Sabrina. So where's the pattern? Oh my gosh, there it is. Thank goodness. Yes, so Sabrina is my next one up. Love this. So pretty. I can't believe I went through a stage before I started Mirabilia stitching that I really didn't, they didn't do anything for me, and I would look at them and go, why would you want to stitch all the ladies like that? I didn't get it until I think I got given one, or I found one cheap or something, and then I started it and went, oh, I actually like these, and now I just want them all. But you know, the budget won't allow for that. So anyway, all right, so this is where I am with Sabrina. So it's a middle start, so that's part of her dress. There's a whole lot of white stitching there. Very nice. I actually don't know how many Mirabilias I have started, but it's a few. I think my total WIP count is like 85. It was 84. Start again. It was 89 or something like that. But I have, like I said, recently finished a few, so it's down again to, you know, maybe 84 or something. All right, this is from a magazine, and this was for the Magazine Monthly Facebook group, Magazine Monthly Challenge Facebook group. And this is Crinoline Lady. Very pretty. So this is done on 25 count even weave, 2/2. Okay, and that is where I'm up to. So I've done part of her skirt, probably half. No, I've done like 2/3 of her skirt. There's only like a little bit in front of that ribbon there. And then I started on the flowers, and there's a tree and the greenery behind her. Because I was sick of doing the skirt, really, is what it came down to. I went, I need to do something different. So I moved up to do part of the greenery. Yeah. And I'm doing this in mostly the called for DMCs. there was a colour I didn't have, so I just went through what I had and went, well, that's close enough, that's a good enough substitute, that works for me. Right, there's one pile done. Second pile. Okay, so this one was a kit, and it's Anchor. Oh my goodness, it's stuck. Alright, Anchor counted sampler kit called Birds Sampler. Love this. Very, very pretty. There's a lot of work in this, but I love this. Using the kit fabric, which is an Ada, it looks like it's 14 count. I don't know if it's going to tell me. 16 count Ada, cream Ada. And this was one of the ones that I did like an hour stitching on one day or something, and that's all don't think I've managed. I'm sorry. Oh, you didn't come here to have a perfect show, did you? There we go. Yeah, so I think I only stitched on this like once or twice, and you really can't see because a lot of that is half stitches, but that is the puddle here, sort of in the middle. So this is the middle, and I started working that way. So nothing very exciting to see. Okie dokie. I have this huge pile next to me. Right, Lovebirds. This is a Dimensions kit. Oops, sorry. Trying to show it without the glare. There's a whole lot of brown in this, but you know, it'll be pretty when it's done. I'm sure once I've stitched the birds and get onto the trees, it'll be boring, but got to keep plugging away at these. Obviously we bought them because we like them, so they're no good just sitting unstitched. And I actually have a thread on this one. I think I have one birdie, not completely done, maybe half done, if that. And so yeah, there's a loose thread sitting there. So that is what I've done on that one, this birdie. You can see that's his head, there's his little eye. So I think that's the one on the left. Yeah. And that is the kit fabric, which is a cream 14 count. This is in French. It says de color natural. So I don't know, is it in English on here? 14 count natural cotton Ada. Doesn't say what colour, but it's definitely that beigey colour. Okay. Another bird one. Oh my goodness. What's with all these birds? I do like birds, but I have a lot of bird charts apparently. Alright, so this is a Mako kit that I got off a D-stash, I think, and it doesn't have a name, just has a number called 35480. That's why on my little tag on my bag I've just called it the Mako Birds. But it's a very pretty, look at that, gorgeous. Look at those flowers. I think they're dogwood roses, those flowers. They're two gorgeous little birds in the middle. I love this one. So I'm using the kit fabric, which again looks like the same Ada that was in the last one. And I've done the little bottom birdie. Look at him, he's gorgeous. Oh, he's so pretty. Oh, so pretty. Oh. should actually talk about my plans a little bit now, shouldn't I? So I'm going to make a bold statement about next year. In that I don't think I'm going to have any new starts. I have enough WIPs here to keep me going, and a lot of them I've got a tiniest start, so if I concentrate on all my WIPs next year, get them down, then the following year I can have lots of new starts. Well, that's the theory anyway. Okay, so this one is Dimensions Mason Jar Lineup. I love florals, so I have lots of floral charts. I love this, really pretty. I'm sure this is one a lot of people pass by, but when you start stitching it, I started stitching the mason jar and went, that is so sweet. That's coming up so nice, and I don't have much to show. But I thoroughly enjoyed stitching this outline in this jar, and that is all that I have. There is the start of one jar. Yeah, this I think was a 1 start a day thing. And I can't remember what I did that for. I probably should look back on my videos, and it's a November thing. I don't think it was Mania. I don't know, was it? It might have been Mania in May, where I did 1 start every day. New start every day. I can't remember. So long ago. Okay. Next up, we have Jeanette Douglas, Blooming Bouquets, and this is Hopeful. This is so pretty. Love this. So pretty. She has a series. I believe there's 2 more in this. One I'm not real keen on. Oh, actually, this is number 6. There must be more than that. I don't know if I'm going to get all of them. You can see them down the bottom here. There's 1 or 2 I wasn't very keen on, so I really don't know if I'm going to get them all, but I'm a sucker for a series, so you know. Okay, so this fabric is from it's Fallen Leaves, it's called. It's a 32 count Belfast linen. It's a fat quarter, and it's a Fancy Fabrics. I believe she's Tasmanian, but not dyeing fabric anymore, I think. I'm pretty sure I got this off a D-Stash group, and it's really pretty. Oh, I mean, look at this fabric. Look at that. That is so pretty. And the model stitch for this is done on a motley type fabric. Can you see that? So my mottling is a little bit darker, but I don't think it's going to overpower the flowers. I think it's going to be just fine, because what I've stitched so far is looking okay. So that's what I've got so far, and that's the start of the left hand border. I love stitching this. It is so pretty. Yeah, very pretty. And I'm just using DMC for that. Are they the called for? I don't know. Like I said before, I don't like using the fancy flosses. I normally do a conversion, and I don't know if it was called for or what's going on. Who knows? If you're interested, you want to know, leave a comment down below and I will have a closer look and tell you. Okay, this is a Dimensions kit, a gold collection. This is Stitcher Mummy's fault, because she showed it on her YouTube channel and I had to track it down because I think it's absolutely stunning. And it's the Finery of Nature. It's a gold collection, if I didn't say that already, and look at that. That is just stunning. It's on Black Ada, which I used to struggle stitching on, but the last time I stitched, or last couple of times I stitched on black, I didn't find it too bad. I used to have to put something light underneath so I could see through the holes, but last time, or last couple of times, like I said, I didn't have that problem. I could stitch on it quite fine. So this is a little start. I'm trying to work out where this goes. It goes that way. I should have been able to tell that because of where my needle mine is placed. So I started in the middle. Alright, so that's the middle. And then I've worked down in the bottom left-hand quadrant. So that's the butterfly. They're the berries. So I've done these berries, and that's the start of that butterfly that I have in there. Yeah. Pretty. I think this is a stunning piece. Anything on black really comes out stunning because it just pops on the fabric. And that's a kit, so it's all the mess of threads. I just roll them up like a pretzel. Anyway. Right. This is Blackbird Designs. Loose Summer. Is it the summer when I started? I don't know now. I think it's the summer. What have I got written on here? I've got them all listed. Summer, autumn, winter. So I'm pretty sure all this is spent. I might need to make a working copy of this. So that is summer. And there is winter and autumn. I'm sure everyone is familiar with these. Absolutely love them. I'm doing them all on the one piece of fabric. And the fabric is from R&R Reproductions, Winter's Brew, 36 count linen. It's gorgeous fabric. And that's where I am. And I used to be scared of stitching on the higher counts like that. Didn't think I could do it. But hey, I can do it. So now I just need to be able to afford all the fancy fabrics. So not much of a start. That's probably a one-day stitch start as well. But love that. So as you can see, I have quite a diverse range of projects. And my tastes are quite diverse. So I've got like kits from the 80s and recent ones and not so recent classics. Okay, here's another kit, a Dimensions kit called Feasting Frenzy. More birds. And it's on the kit fabric, which is a Ada. It looks like an 18 count Ada. And this is my start. So that is the bottom edge of the bird house bit, and that's that. So where I am, I start in the middle. So that blue bit is down here, and then that's that bird there that I have stitched. So lots of new starts last year, which is why I'm not going to be doing any next year. I am going to be attempting WIP PARADE again. Yeah, this is probably the 4th time. I've never finished it yet. And I've probably set a really stupid goal for WIP PARADE. I've made 4 boards. I know, you can get up, stop laughing now. I know. 4 boards, but there's a method in my madness. 4 boards allows me to put every single WIP that I currently have on the board, on a board, with spare spots for the Hayed sale that I'm doing next year. You know, but every WIP on a board means that I have, by the end of the year, I should have touched every WIP at least once. And that's the aim. I want to work on every single WIP that I currently have next year, even if it's just for one day. I think I worked out that I will be able to spend 3 days per WIP when it's called on WIP Go, I think, to get the amount of WIPs in for the month that I need to. fingers crossed. I mean, some I might not do 3 days on. I might get really bored with it, or just sit down and start stitching and go, I cannot stand to stitch this one another day, and you'll get one day. But they going to, each WIP is, the plan is each WIP is at least going to get 1 day stitching. Anyway, so this is Tree of Hope, Mirabilia, next WIP. And I haven't bought any of the Caron Water Lily threads. I am substituting with whatever cottage garden threads I have in my stash that work. And for this one, it's worked quite well so far. The fabric, I'll tell you in a minute. Alright, so this is where I am with this one. That's my Tree of Hope. I love this. Now my substitutions for my cottage garden threads for the Caron Water Lilies is in, wait a minute. Alright. Okay. It is in here and in these leaves down here. So they are a blue and green, and that's a different blue and green. And on the original pattern, it's a bit small to see, but the leaves down here are a blue and green, and that's like a greeny, that's like a blue and green variegation as well. So, but mine is coming out a little bit more stripy because of the way that it's dyed. But I'm hoping in the end it'll be okay. Like, I don't think that doesn't look too bad. And when the whole tree is done, I'm hoping it'll be okay. And if it's not, oh well, it's stitched, so you know. Yeah, so I really loved this when I had it out last time stitching it. I remember I didn't want to put it away. It was just a real pleasure to stitch. The fabric is from a D-Stash group, and they think it was summer khaki, so I got 28 count. It's a linen, so there we go. But it definitely looks like a khaki. But she had a question mark on the name, and I said, I don't really care what it is, I just like the colour of it, so I'll have it, thank you, and I'll stitch on it. Oh, and the substitutions I'm doing, if anyone is interested, so my Caron conversion, I think that these are the Caron numbers. 207 I am substituting for sherbet, so that is the blue and green. Look at that, that is stunning. Oh, so pretty. And then 208 I'm substituting for Chinese Lantern, which is this burnt orange to like a burnt orange color. 226 I'm substituting for Cottonwood, which is like a blue and a grey, a very slight tinge of green in there. And then 244, which is the one like for the middle that's coming out a little bit stripy, I've substituted for Billabong. So you can see why it's coming out stripy. It's a very distinct change of colour there. So they're my substitutions. And we will see what the end result is. Okay. I'm going to have such a mess on my floor. Okay. This is an old one that I have had in my stash since the 80s, I swear. This was a Rose Hill Racecourse purchase. And this is just a working copy because it's actually a like a booklet thing. Pat Rogers Hearts and Flowers sampler. I love the flowers on this and the alphabet. Really pretty. And I'm stitching this on, I don't know, oh wait, what's that? No, I think it might have come in the kit, you know. I think this was like a little kit that I bought, because I remember it had the floss with it. and I'd pinched the floss and used it on another project. So I had to get from my stash. I have a complete set of DMC, so it wasn't an issue to, you know, replace all the threads. But look at those colours. They're very, when was it? In the 80s, everyone was doing that, the painting of the flowers on everything. What was that called? I can't remember what it was called. Oh, it's on the tip of my tongue. But that's the era that I bought this in, and that's sort of the colours that all those paintings and all those, you know, painting on hat boxes and wooden stools and all that sort of things. I don't know what it's called. They're the colours, the burgundies, the pinks, the greens, you know. So that's the era that I bought this chart in, or this little kit. I'm pretty sure it was a shop that was there that had made a little kit of the fabric and one skein of the threads. And this is what I've got so far. The colours are a little bit different than what I expected when I started stitching it, but I went, well, I'm sure when it's finished it'll be pretty. It's just not, like, it looks dated, those colours. It's just not what I would pick now. I wish I could remember what that was called. It's not decoupage. Everyone was doing it. It's really gorgeous. I could never master it. I'm just not that talented. If you remember, if you know what I'm talking about and you remember what it was like all the roses and stuff they'd paint on things. God, it was everywhere. If you remember the name of that, let me know, because it's going to worry me that I can't remember it. Okay. This is a Royales kit, I think. Yes, Royales kit. What's it called? Eastern Beauty of a Peacock. Love that. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, it's a really long bell pull. It's absolutely stunning. Look at those flowers at the top. And that gorgeous peacock. Because we have a neighbourhood peacock that roams around our neighbourhood. And I've got it in an appropriate peacock bag. And this is my start. Not much. I must have got bored of doing these and went off on a tangent. I don't know what I did. But I don't know, maybe I was trying to work to the left. Because sometimes on patterns I'll subconsciously, like if I have to start in the middle, I'll subconsciously either work to the top or the bottom and then go from there. So maybe I was trying to work my way over and then down or something. I don't know. Who knows? Unless it was for a challenge and I need to stitch on white. I don't know. We are halfway through this pile. And then I've got like those ones to grab. Okay. This again is Stitch and Mummy's fault because I saw her do this on her videos and I really liked it. It's Flea Market Flowers from Laurie Holt. Really pretty, simple, easy stitch. Not quick because there's a lot in there. But you know, when I don't want to think too much and just keep stitching with the one colour for a while, then this is good. Now the fabric it is on, I don't know. I probably got it off a D-stash. I don't have a card in there telling me what it is. It's a pale blue motley hand dyed. It's a 28 count, so it has to be a Paddock Lane Designs, I think, because I'm pretty sure she's the only one who writes what count it is in the corner. And that's what I got to. So that's that first top corner. It's actually really pretty. Look at the detail in the middle of that. That is so pretty. Really, really pretty. So that is that one. Next, another Rosewood Manor Emily Munro quilt. And I passed this one over many times until I stopped and looked at it closely. And what was throwing me was the horses. I'm definitely not a horse person. I'm actually a little scared of horses. But I looked at each of the things closely and went, they are gorgeous little motifs in each of those sections. Little floral pots and just gorgeous. So I went, well, I can deal with a few horses on there. And if I don't want to put the horses in, I can just put another pot in its place. Repeat a pot. So this is stitched on, I don't know. Oops, I'm knocking things over. Hang on. Oh, here we go. It is stitched on a piece of 32 count ecru Belfast linen. And this is what I've got done. So the very first top left corner, and there's a lot more stitching in this than I realised in each of those little segments. There's a lot of stitching, a lot of colour changing, so, but it's so pretty. And that red there, I think is just to mark me where to start or something like that. And I'm pretty sure if any of these charts call for fancy flosses, like I said, I just do a DMC. No, this is charted in DMC, which is great. Because I convert them to DMC anyway, most times. Alright, that I need to fold because it ain't fitting. Okay, next. Oh, there's two in here. Okay, have I actually started this one? Maybe. Let me have a look. I've thrown it in here, and it might have just been because I was going to start it, so I don't know if I have started it. Oh no, I've started it. This was a one new started day type of deal. And have I done a colour conversion on this, or are they those colours? I'm just trying to see where that is. I don't know. Alright, but it's Maria de Campardi 1896, charted by Leela's Studio. I love that. I am drawn to any sampler with a beautiful border, and you cannot get much beautiful than that. That is a stunning border. Love it. If I could just stitch the border, I'd be happy and nothing else. But I will. I'll do the whole thing. So again, I've done a middle start, and I'm not sure why, because I should have been able to work out where this fits on the fabric. But anyway, I've done a middle start, and that is it. Now the fabric is a beautiful pink. I don't know if I can get it to show. It's a really nice pink. No, that's just blowing out. Is that better? That's a bit better. That's coming up more peachy than what it really is. It's actually a really nice pink, soft pink. And it's from Paddock Lane Designs, June 23, Fabric of the Month Club, 28 count, and it's called Coral Beach. Very nice. Oh wait, was that? Yeah, that was that one. Because I've got two projects in this one bag. I do have a few spares at the moment, spare bags, so I can separate these, I think. The other thing that's in here is a really old pattern by Dimensions, and it's called Old Friends. Look at that. That is old. Copyright on the back is 1990. Where were you in 1990? Where was I in 1990? Working somewhere. I'd been out of uni for, wait a minute, a couple of years, 2-3 years. So I don't know where I was working, but anyway. So I'm pretty sure this was one that my daughter selected for me to start. Oh my goodness. I don't have a thing on me to tell me which way's up. You're not going to be able to tell anyway, because it's really small start and it's blending into the fabric. It's the bunny, pretty sure it's that little bunny there, his little face and his ears. Now I can see which way is up. There he is. Can you see him? Can you see him? There's his face and his ears. Oh, he's getting a bit scary because he's got no nose or mouth or eyes. It's getting a bit freaky there actually. But anyway, I can tell what it is. I can tell by his ears. So that is my pitiful little star. But I think when I was selecting all my new starts for, I think it was pretty sure it was Mania now. I let my daughter go through my stash and pick some things, and she picked that one. Okay, so this is a Doreen Jones When Witches Ride, and I'm not doing it on the blue fabric. I'm pretty sure I'm doing it on orange fabric. I love this. I don't celebrate Halloween, but I do like stitching Halloween, and I limit how many Halloween pieces I have and purchase because I'll never frame them and put them up because my husband doesn't like Halloween. He's very anti-Halloween, so they'll never be able to be on the walls, I guess, unless I put them in my office here. But yes, and I'm pretty sure this is, wait, do I have a thing on the fabric? No, pretty sure. No, this has just got a, oh, I don't know what that means. I don't know whose fabric this is. I might have just got this from a D stash. They didn't know either, I don't think. But this is where I am. When Witches Ride. So the orange bits on the pattern, so you can see up here where the stars are, on Doreen's pattern, she's done them orange, and down here I am doing a green, which second guessing that now because it's not standing out a great deal. I guess it is. I should have picked purple, I think. But anyway, so that's where I am with that one. This is an easy stitch because I mean there's just a lot of words, so looking forward to doing this bit. This is all like full coverage down here, so yeah, but this one, you know, dedicated stitching time. It won't take too long to power through it. Right, one more in this pile on my desk, and then I'm going to take a little break, have a drink, and get some more. Alright, so this is another kit. So this is Teacup Birds by Dimensions. I love this. I love those little teacups and all those sweet little birds. So cute. And I'm using the fabric that came in the kit, which is a 14 count Aida. And this is a long one. And this is where I'm up to. So I've got the middle teacup just about done, doing the greenery that hangs over there and then onto the birds. Pretty. I think it's going to be gorgeous when it's done. Really, really pretty. Dimensions kits sometimes are underrated. When you look at the picture, like, oh yeah, that's okay. But when it stitches up, they're really pretty. Oops, so, right, so now I'm going to take a break and collect all the rest of my kits, and I'll be back. Okay, so I've got all the rest of my projects. You can see a pile there. That is half the size. Where am I there? That is half the size of the pile I have either side of me. I have a pile in front of me, just below the camera, a pile on the drawer that I've pulled out next to me here, and a pile here on the drawer next to me. I have too many whips. Anyway, so we'll keep going. Right, the next one is from Fat Quarter Shop, and it was a stitch along that I was doing with them, Shine Bright Sampler stitch along. I was going really well with this and I was actually ahead, and then I just stopped like you do. And I'm using the Orifloss thread pack that it was charted with, whatever. Really pretty colours. First time I've used them. And this is where I am. Okay, there. Oops. So this is a 25 count even weave. I'm doing 2/2. Those colours are so pretty. Yeah, I do need to get this happening again. I've actually missed a stitch along I was meant to do with them. So I do need to get that. Oops, I won't zip that up. Where am I going to put these? I've already got that big pile. Don't have to be behind me. Oh my goodness. Yes, I already have. What am I trying to say? I need to get that one and start stitching it because they want me to promote it and I've been really slack and I haven't. Anyway, okay, so next we have Celtic Spring, Lavender and Lace. I have all these plus the Christmas one. Love this. Stitching this on a piece of Paddock Lane Designs from the January 2024 Fabric of the Month Club. And the fabric is called Cockatiel. And it's this beautiful motley, like a greeny, lemony green and grey. Pretty sure I just did, it's upside down. Pretty sure I just did the 1 day on this one. And that's what I have. Not a lot, but it's a start. And you have to start somewhere, yeah? Okay. All right. All right, I'm going to get rid of the ones in this drawer because I keep hitting that drawer as I turn around. So what do we have in here? I'm sorry if you can hear raised voices. I don't know, they're having a very robust conversation outside. Okay, so this is another stitch along with Fat Quarter Shop I was doing called Love Potion. And another one I didn't finish. I've nearly got it finished. Look at this. I've only got the one little bit to go, so really not that much. I could knock that out in a few hours, you know. It's like only hearts, the rest of the bottle. Oh, another little birdie. Yeah. So I've substituted colours on this, I think. They were using, oh no, DMC. Mine just doesn't look as pale blue as theirs. I must have changed colours. I might not have had. So they've got dark teal and light teal, but that definitely looks blue on there. Those birds, they're not a teal, but mine look more teal. So maybe just their picture on their thing is a little bit off, or my printer was off. I don't know. Anyway, that's that one. Next we have Bothy Threads through the looking sorry through the Looking Glass, Alice in Wonderland. This is so fiddly to stitch. Oh my goodness, there's so many little bits in this, but I love it. It's on navy blue Ada. And this is where I am. So things just pop on the dark colours, just love it. So I've done Alice, I've done the rabbit, the witch, the Queen of Hearts. Yeah, Alice looks a bit creepy there. I don't know. She looks a bit creepy. That face. Yeah, she doesn't look as creepy in there. Anyway, I've got Alice meets, I don't know, a Halloween. Maybe she's dressed up for Halloween or something. Got Halloween makeup on. Okay. And then we have another Buffy one. This is the Nutcracker. Again, lots of little pieces in there to stitch, but I love nutcrackers, so I could not pass this one up. So pretty. Again, it is on navy or dark blue Aida. Whatever came with the kit. It looks like it's an 18 count, 16 count, 14 count. Gosh, doesn't look that big. Alright, and there is my pitiful little start. So that is the Nutcracker's shoulders, and that's the start of his shirt. And that's his arm. That's not his shoulder. That's up near his neck. No, it's his shoulders. Oh, okay, because there's white that goes in there. So that's part of his arms missing there. Pretty. Love me a Nutcracker. Okay. Again, this is a really old kit. I don't think it was a kit. Yeah, it might have been a kit. And the copyright on this, oh, I don't think it has one, but it's old. Follow the Leader. Cute little kids. This one I was going to do for the house that we built. It was going to go in the hall near the kids' bedrooms. Obviously it never happened. And here we have what I'm up to. So I have the faces starting to come out for the three little kids, and then the boy in the middle, I'm mostly done him. And then I started working on the girl's dress over here. Yeah. So like I said, I've got such an eclectic mix of WIPs. So that was the kit fabric, which is looks like 14 count Aida. This is a gold collection by Dimensions kit, Bedfordshire Sunset. Lovely cottage, that's where I want to live. Somewhere in rural England, by a little stream. So you can hear the beautiful babbling stream and all the gorgeous cottage flowers and the weeping willow tree. Oh, ideal. That's me. That's where I want to be. Not in the stinking hot, humid Brisbane suburbs. Oh, and that is what I've done so far. There's a lot to this one. It's actually quite a big stitch. It's on the kit fabric, which is a grey Aida. 16 count maybe? I don't know, I always get them wrong. So, hang on. Okay, I'm back. I had to sneeze. Alright, so that Aida is, I don't know what's going to tell me. Oh, and I can't bother looking. If you want to know, comment below. It's not important. Okay. Next, we have an Artisy, I think it's an Artisy. Artisy pattern. Cavalier King Charles Spaniel, because that's my dog, named Benji. So of course I had to get a pattern for Benji. Oh, he's just so gorgeous. This one's got a bit more brown on than ours. and this is on 25 count even weave, 2/2, and that's where I'm at. Just coming in from the corner. And look at my cute little needle minder. I made a Benji needle minder. Oh, so cute. So, yeah, not much to see there. I have a long way to go. One more and I can push this drawer in. Yay. Okay, what is this? Oh, okay. Well, these are not really a whip because I haven't actually started them. I did the Mouse King, Satsuma Street Mouse King, that I haven't finished put together, but he's stitched. But I haven't yet started these. So I've got the Candy Claws and the Center Nutcracker. So there's nothing really to show there because I haven't started them. I'm just keeping them together and keeping them in my whips so that when, so when they're called on Whip Go next year, I have them all together. And I want to keep them all together or I'll lose one. Okay, so we have now Hands Across the Sea and Morrison. This is a stitch along, I believe, that everyone started and has since finished, and I'm not even finished yet. And this is when I still thought that I couldn't stitch on the higher count fabrics. So this is actually quite massive. I'm doing it on 25 count even weave 2/2, so it is very big. So I need to move back for this one. And that is what I have. See how big that is? And everyone else is doing it, and theirs are like the size of the booklet, you know, or maybe a little bit bigger. But mine is like a bed sheet. But you know. And I was too far into it when I realised that I could actually stitch on the higher count fabrics, and I wasn't going to restart it. So I have basically, I think, a couple of pages to go. So it's that one column. I think that's down the bottom. I've made it down the bottom. What's that say? Yeah, so that's the bottom of mine. So on that side, I'm down to the bottom. So I just have the one column to do. So that is massive. Next, I'll just keep going with the pile that's in front of me, I think, so I can get this out of the way. I don't even know what this, oh, okay. This was a kit by Jan Lynn, Chorus of Angels. I think I got this on off a D-Stash group. It's really old-fashioned looking, isn't it? But the reason I got this is because my wedding theme was cherubs. So when I saw this, I went, oh, that, you know, that suits our history, so I have to get it. And it's actually quite big because of the size of this fabric that came in the kit. Look at that, it is massive. So this is not a small piece by any means. Alright, and I started in the middle because with kits I never know how much they allow. They don't tell you, oh, we've allowed a 2-inch border or a 3-inch border or whatever, so you have to start in the middle. And that is what I've done. So that is the middle angel and little boy. I don't think they're finished. I don't think I've done the back stitching, so that's these ones here in the middle. Pretty. So pretty. Really nice. So I think I finished that. I wouldn't be able to tell until I look at the chart, but yeah, it looks like it's done. I just got to do back stitching on it. I've done a little bit of back stitching on the little boy. And I think with this one I decided to do back stitching as I went along because I think I've said lots of times I really don't like back stitching. And if I leave it to the end, I know I'm going to rush it just to get it done, and I'm not going to be happy with it. Next, we have a DMC kit. This is called Redoubt Rose Alphabet. I don't know. I don't speak French. However you say that, Rose Alphabet. Love this because I love flowers. I love roses, so had to get it. Pretty. I don't have too much to do in this, I don't think. A bit more than I thought, but that is where we are at with this one. Really pretty. And I realized, I think when I was coming down here, I'd done these letters here in this dark pink, and are meant to be that mauvey color. So I think what I'm going to do is do a few more down here in the dark color, and then bring the rest down this way in the mauve. So it's meant to look like then that these ones around here are meant to be mauve, and these ones around here are meant to be the darker color. So I don't know, I must have just read the symbol wrong or something, and then once I started I just kept going, and then I didn't realize so I'd redone them all on that side. Yeah. So no one's going to know if and when I get it framed and hung on the wall. No one's going to know that they weren't meant to look like that. So, okay, this one I started for the Magazine Monthly Challenge Facebook group. Wait a second, I need a drink. And I'm pretty sure it was something that we needed to do for a January or something, like a new start, new year or something. And I thought, well, what else says new year than a calendar? And that's what I'm trying to look for, if I still had the Magazine Monthly bit of paper in here. I don't, I must have threw that out. But it's flowers of the month, and these were in like a series of the magazine. It's in Just Cross Stitch January through April designs in the February and April 2020 issues of Just Cross Stitch. So I've got a digital subscription, so it's these little ones, and I'm going to put them in a grid to make like a sampler of the months. And yeah, this was a few years ago. Where's the, there it is. This is quite a few years ago now. Time flies, doesn't it? I actually got the first row done. So I've got January through to April. My own colour conversion, because at the time when I started this, I didn't have a master set of DMC. So I just used what I had and pulled from them. And I think that's really pretty. I like how these are turning out. So yeah, this one, because my Ada is, oh, it's like a cream colour. It's not white, it's cream. But these are white around here, and they just weren't standing out, so I just did a light little back stitch around them to make them stand out. Yeah, so I do like that one. I like them all, really. So that's not why I'm not stitching them. Just don't have time, you know. Too many whips, not enough hours. I'm sure we're all the same. Okay, so this one is from Twin Peak Primitives. I'll Be Home Cottages, all in one. And this is the fault of Pam from Pam and Steph Just Keeps Stitching, because Pam was stitching this years ago and kept showing it, and I fell in love with it, so I had to get it. And this is where I am, and this is being stitched on a piece of, I think it's 18 count Rustico or something. It's absolutely massive. This is like a bed sheet. I didn't realize how big it was going to be. Again, this is before I realized I could stitch on the bigger counts. And here we go. So that's what I've got. Oops, wait a minute. We have January, February, March across the top, April and May in the middle. Let me try and, oops, get it a little bit closer. So that you can see each of the months. I'm sure people have seen this lots, but you can see how massive it is. January, February, March. And these houses are no joke. There's a lot of stitching in these squares. Now I can't see what I'm doing. Okay, here we go. There is, what's that, April, and I haven't finished May. So I probably didn't show that very well. It's like a bed sheet. It's so hard to hold up. My arms are getting sore. Yes, and I have had this one, oh my gosh, on many a challenge where you have to pick something like to work on each month of the year. Yeah, well that didn't work, did it? Because it's still no further progress. I actually didn't stitch them, did I? Okay, this is Spring Quakers by Rosewood Banner. And this calls for Valdani threads, but I'm not using the Valdani threads. I've done my own conversion that I'm not very happy with, but I've done a DMC conversion, and I think where I got the conversion numbers from weren't quite accurate because it's looking very different. But anyway, that is what I've got so far. So you can see mine has quite a bit of blue in there, like the cornflower blue, and some dark rust colours, whereas the original is like mauves and pinks and olive greens. So mine is going to look a lot different in the colours, but I've gone too far to change it, and I'm sure over time it will grow on me. Like I'll like the colours, and when someone comes to see it, if and when I get it framed and on the wall, unless you are a stitcher and you know what the original looks like, you're not going to know that it's not meant to look like that. So, you know, that's, I'm not changing it now. I'm sure it'll be pretty when it's done. Yeah. Okay. Oh, what have we got? Next we have a Paula Vaughan Forgotten Basket. Really pretty. Love the old stump and the flowers. Someone's just left their basket hanging on the stump. And this is where I am. Oh, sorry, I'm just trying to fold the fabric. So I've got the basket mostly done, the stump, a few of the flowers, and then I think I'm working down, or also going to work up from here and then work down, I don't know. And that's the fence barbed wire on the fence that goes across. I haven't finished that. Have I finished that? No, I haven't finished that. Yeah. Oh, I just realised all these bags are in my way. Anyway, okay, next. Okay, this is, what is it? It's a Dimensions kit. I love gardening. Really, really pretty. I'll hold it that way so you can see it not at an angle. Pretty pretty. This is the kit fabric. It's a really stiff 8er, 14 count by the look of it, 8er. This was one that I did a one-day new start on, and it looks like I haven't got back to it since then. And this is so old, this kit. It had the needle in it and it left rust marks. See that? Left rust marks on the fabric. That's how long I had it. I'm pretty sure I bought this new at, again, the Rosehill Racecourse when they used to have the craft fairs there. And that's what I've done. That is the basket in the middle here under the sign, or a basket or watering can. What is it? It's a watering can. So that is what I've got done. Okay. This is a dimensions kit. Alright, Indian peacock. Pretty, pretty. The thing that's disappointing with this one is I'm pretty sure you don't stitch that mottling in, but it looks like they've stitched it on like a mottly fabric, but the fabric in the kit I'm pretty sure is not. It's just a straight, unless it's printed. No, it's just a straight beige Ada. But that is where I am. Sorry about the crease in the middle. A very small start, I must say. Again, I think this was a one start everyday deal. Next is a Mirabilia, and it is Bianca Bella. Love this one, so pretty. And this one I'm doing on sparkly fabric, but I don't appear to have a fabric card in there. Pretty sure this is, yes, this is 18 count by Paddock Lane Designs. It's a minty green. I think this was a seconds because it's got a dye spot on there of another colour. But it's a beautiful, is it opalescent they call it? Mint green. You will not be able to see that. Oh, you can see the sparkle, look at the sparkle. But that's what I've done. So I know it's a mint fabric and she is mint, but I'm hoping that there's enough darkness around the edge of her dress that there's going to be enough definition. So if not, I will just backstitch around the edge to give her dress a bit of definition. So you can see there better what I've done. Not a lot to see. So a middle start, not much to see. Pretty sure that was a start a day deal as well. Okay. Next is, I'm pretty sure this is Pain-Free Crafts, and this is Spring Montage. This is the fault of probably Stitch and Mummy and Silk Stitch. I'm so enabled by these ladies. I saw this and went, yeah, I like that. I actually like the whole series, so I bought the whole series. And these are full coverage and they're huge, so, you know, who knows when I'm going to get them all done. This is done on 25, no, this is 18 count Ada maybe. I don't know what it is. It looks little. Anyway, and that is what I have done so far. And I don't have my iPad here to tell me how many stitches that is, what percentage that is, but it's not much. It is literally this tiny little slither up here. I don't even think I've done, oh no, it's that far there. It's like that much of the pattern, which is nothing. But that is where I am with that one. Okay, next we have a Stitch Rovia, which is, oh my, her name escapes me, Erin Condon, I'm pretty sure. Santa Claus Comes to Town. And I'm stitching this on, it's like 25 count even weave. And that's what I've got. Love this one. I love anything Christmas, you know, so. But that's a nice quick stitch. I like getting that one out. Alright, so this one, oops, sorry, gosh, is a kit that has been languishing, that's the word, languishing around for way too long. Dimensions, checking his list, stocking. If you're a regular viewer, you know this one has been around since I started my channel and well before that. I bought this to do for my son when he was a baby. He has just turned 24. Yeah. So good with this stitching thing, aren't I? But you know, there's not too much more to do on this one. So, oh, sorry, I'm starting to be a bit of a touch on the shoulder there. This one, I am hoping to have this stitched but not fully finished by this Christmas, because that is where it is. It's so pretty. Oh, I love it. So nice. I have basically, oh, where am I turning over? So I just have the trees, all that blue, and the name. His name is not Brendan. But anyway, I only have, yeah, the trees and that blue. So I'm hoping that I can get this done before the end of this year. So that is my December plans. I'm going to finish the Token of Love first, which I should have done by the end of this week. And then I'm going to switch over to that one and keep going with that one until it's finished. Fingers crossed. Okay, so this is a Rosewood Manor Cornwall Cottage sampler. Like I said, I'm a sucker for a sampler with a beautiful border. And look at that. That is stunning. Oh my gosh, I love this. Oh, so nice. And I am stitching this on something. Do I not have a fabric card in here? Nothing to tell me. Oh, I don't know. I need to look it up because I got the fabric for this with a few others. I sent an email to Karen at A Stitch in Time in Tasmania and said, these are the charts I want to stitch. Can you match up fabric, please? And I told her not to go over 32 count, and the cheeky little bugger said, I put in some 36 counts, you'll be right. And she was right. I was right. I can stitch on them. So this is, I don't know, a 32 or 36 count linen of some sort. I'm sorry, I don't know. I will look. If you want to know, I can look back on my email of an invoice of what she sent me. That's where I am. Very pretty. So that's the top left corner. Sorry about the big crease. I don't iron anything, you know. So, I'm sorry if that worries you. I'm not an ironer. I iron my bags before I put them up for sale. And that's the only thing that gets ironed in this house. Like your hubby's work shirt is like that t-shirt type material. You don't need to iron it. Just fold it when it comes out of the dryer and you're right. Okay, so this is a kit. Was it a kit or just a pattern? It looked like it's a kit. So Country Threads, the Arnott's Biscuits bird. This is for my husband. He really likes this picture. That's so beautiful. And we have Rosella's visit our backyard, because around our pool, around the back fence, we have a lot of natives. So I've got grevilleas and bottle brush out there and a wattle tree, and we get lots of rosellas of an afternoon come and eat the blossoms. And that is where I am. See, things just pop on the black. This one I'm getting marks on it from the Q-Snap. So I do have felt in my bag, little strips of felt, or they're wadding actually. Are they felt wadding? Some are felt. that I put between it and the Q-snap now. So it took me a while to realise what those marks were that I was getting, but I'm hoping they'll probably be covered when it's framed anyway. You won't see them. So, and I'm lucky that I haven't got too many within the actual pattern area yet. So, very pretty. Love this. Then we have a stitching shelf by Amy Stewart, charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. This is a bed sheet because I started this on 18 count Ada and it's going to be absolutely massive. Look at the size of this thing. Oh my lord. Oh, the size of that. Am I even in shot? No. It is just too big. But I've done too much, I think, to start again. I don't know. Oh, help, I'm drowning. Look at this fabric. Oh, gosh. Ridiculous. But, I mean, I have started the last few Heaven and Earth's 25 count 1/1, so, or 2/1 in some instances, or 1/1, I don't know. And I can do it, and when I did this I didn't think I could do it, so I'm thinking I might restart it, but I've done a lot. You tell me what I should do, because I struggle with wrangling the fabric with this every time I go to stitch it, because what's happening with my hair, because it's so much to roll up on the sides and keep from sagging, and I use a Lowry stand and you get some weight on it and it just doesn't want to stay in the holder, and it keeps falling out. And the sheer volume of fabric I have to roll up on the sides and the bottom is frustrating as. So, I don't know. Tell me what I should do. Should I restart it on 25 count so it's smaller? Let me know. But that's what I've done. So, you know, I haven't completed the first row. I don't have a picture. I will insert a picture of what it looks like. I'm sure everyone's very familiar with it. It's absolutely stunning. But have I done too much? Do you start again? I don't know. I gotta weigh up whether I've done too much versus how I hate wrangling the fabric. But when I look at this in relation to the whole chart, I've done a drop in the ocean. So, you know, when it gets called on my WIP Go next year is when I'll make the decision. So who knows? And I might also try, oh god, I can't even wrangle that up. I can't even fold that up to stick it in the bag. It's just too big. Look at it. Oh god, it's messy. Yeah, I might try the easy grid too. I've never stitched on the easy grid, so it might be even easier. But I do have problems counting. I shouldn't really do count across stitch, should I? Because I do have problems counting. Okay, anyway, next one is a kit. It's a cushion kit by Semco called Pretty Florals. I won't be making it into a cushion, but I just really like the flowers in the grid pattern. I just think it's really pretty. So it's just going to be a sampler for the wall, if and when it gets finished. Like with everything, if and when it gets finished. What have we got? And I really enjoyed stitching on this. So this is being stitched on the fabric that came in the kit. It's an even weave, and I don't know what count it is. There we go. That's what I've done. So I started with the yellow ones because they are in the middle of the cushion, and I've gone down and finished that square beneath it except for the border and started on the flowers next to it. Pretty. Oh my gosh, that's the end of another pile. We have the one on the table there and the two next to me. This is a long video, but I hope that you have some stitching out and that you are stitching away and time is just flying by. Alright, here's another Rosewood Manor. A tisket, a tasket. Look at that border. Sucker for a good border. This is all blues and browns, this one, or beiges. Very pretty. And I don't know what fabric it is. This is another one that I got from A Stitch in Time in Tasmania. I need to overlock this one. I haven't done that yet. And it goes that way. And that's my small little star. Very pretty. Oh, I just want to stitch all these now. Oh dear. All in good time. Okay, all in good time, Mirel. Okay, so this one is one that I have fallen out of love with, but I'm going to stitch it anyway because I've started it. This is by Long Dog Samplers, Anzac. It's not too bad. I don't know, I'm sure once I get into it I'll really like it because it does have Australian stuff in there. It's got the koalas, the kangaroos, you know, so I have to stitch it. I'm Australian, got to stitch it. And we have such a massive start. Are you ready? Oh, look at that. Oh, this was a new start in May for Mania, I think. That's like a 1 day stitching, if that. That's pretty poor effort, isn't it? But this on a beautiful green motley fabric. I think it's called Apple or something. It's an 18 count Ada. Pretty sure it's the Paddock Lane Designs. It could have been one in where she has the D-Stash sales online. Oh, you should see my floor. I will put a picture in or a little video at the end of what my floor looks like after all this. Alright, we've got another Pain-Free Crafts. This is Autumn Montage by Janet Stever. Like I said, I bought the whole 4 of them. I am like pitiful amount in here. There's a whole lot to these. I'm doing this on, what is that? That's an Ada, 18 count Ada by the look of it. Why do I fold them that way so the stitching's on the inside? Because then they're really hard to show. Not that there's much to show, but alright, there is my start. Well, that's what I've got so far. So you can see that top leaf is quite well formed up there. And I do cross country. I've tried parking, I've tried different things, and to me it doesn't make sense if I have the colour on my needle and I've completed my little 10 by 10 grid and I have some in the next 10 by 10 down, why would I just park it in that spot and leave it for it to get in the way? Just do another colour. Why not just keep going with that colour? And that's what I do. So that's why parking didn't work for me. It's like, if I can see where it goes, why don't I just stitch it? But then, because I'm not very good at counting, that has bitten me in the bum quite a few times when I've made mistakes. So I don't know. I still haven't worked out my perfect pull coverage method. Probably never will. Alright, the next is another Rosewood Manor. I like Rosewood Manor. Crowns of the Kingdom. This is in honour of the late Queen. I decided to purchase this and start it when she passed away. So it's my tribute piece to her. And this I'm doing on 25 count even weave. 2/2, so again it's going to be big, but a lot of these will probably never ever get framed. I just don't have the wall space or the finances. Framing is expensive, so I'll probably never frame them. They'll just be in my box that I'll pull out occasionally and have a look at. So that's where I am. I'm pretty sure I've done a conversion on this because I'm pretty sure they were week's dye works that she called for. No, they are, what's RBG? It's got RBG. What's RBG? Rainbow Gallery Treasure Braid is what the floss is. So I just picked out some DMC conversions in grey, black and like the goldy type colours, and I think it looks okay. So that's where I am. That's not quite the first page complete. So is it the first page? I don't know. But this is going to be a big one. Okay. Sorry. Next is a dimensions kit. I don't know if this is a kit or just... I don't know if this is a kit or just the pattern. Can't remember. Simplicity by Dimensions. I'm doing this in honour of my mother, my late mother. She was a seamstress, self-taught, absolutely phenomenal seamstress. So I'm doing this in her honour. And that's what I've got done. Just the like half of the bottom part of the skirt of the middle lady. So there's a lot in this pattern. But that's it. Okay. What is this one? Okay. This was a pattern I bought off a D-Stash group. It was just the pattern, a Dimensions, Charts and Charms kit originally, but it's called So Cozy, and I used to quilt. I used to actually quilt for a charity at one stage. I haven't done a quilt for quite a few years. I do need to get back and make some quilts. But I bought this because, again, my mum used to sew and I used to quilt. So that's why I got this one. And pretty sure this again was a Start Mania thing. Spend a day on a piece or something, new piece. And I've just got the little drawers in the middle. So that is here in the middle, that's those little drawers. So that's all that I've got done. But I actually backstitched them, finished them completely. Yay! It's highly unusual for me. Yeah. So that's that one. And I need to overlock that, obviously. So I knew that's a start one because I didn't have time to overlock all the pieces before I started. I'm just going to chop these little tails off because they're getting in the way. Just off the bottom of the pattern, they weren't needed. Let's bring it going in. Right. Okay, this one I have is from Stitching with the Housewives Spring Tulips. Just a cute little one. I thought I haven't got any of theirs, and I just, you know, I like to try and cover as many designers as I can. This is just on Black Ada, 16 count Black Ada. And there's my little start. The little chicken coop with the chicken on the top. The little barn. This is the barn, I guess. Oh, so cute. I haven't finished it. But that's where I am. Oh my gosh, we're getting there. Whew. Alright, another Mirabilia. Roses of Provence. I think this is the first Mirabilia I started and fell in love with it. Oh, she's so pretty. So pretty. And this is being stitched on 14 count Ada by the look of it. So this is when I thought I couldn't stitch on anything higher. So she's going to be a big girl. And I thought that, you know, you couldn't stitch Mirabilias on Ada. I thought, this is all the fabric I had, I'm going to give it a go. And then realised, well, yes, you can, just that everyone stitches them on linen, and now I know why, because they do the big counts, because they don't out so ginormous. That's what I've done. So that is her around here, sort of in the middle, and the bust bit there. Still a long way to go, but I think that's the most I've done. Like, that's my Mirabilia that's most advanced in the amount of stitching. And that's just a 14 count beige Ada. Okay. Alright, this was a really old one. I don't even know when I got this. It's so old-fashioned, but you know, if you sprinkle by design works. So it actually says, if you sprinkle when you tinkle, be a sweetie and wipe the seaty. So this will go on our toilet somewhere, maybe, if and when it's finished and framed. But it's cute, so it gives people a laugh. And I don't know where I am. Wait a minute. Oh, that's the top of the toilet. Is it? I think I've started to stitch the toilet. Yeah, that's the I can see it better now. So that's the toilet, and that's the start of the teddy's sleeve. So I'm stitching a toilet. Oh my goodness. Just on the kit fabric, I think, which is 14 count. I'm trying to read it upside down. 14 count Ada. Oh dear. Alright, we've got a Heaven and Earth here. This is last year's Sal stitch along that I didn't complete. So this was the one that I signed up for. A lot of people have finished it. A lot of people haven't. I got so far in and then stopped. I think I finished page 1. Not quite. I ran out of one colour. So that's what I've got done. You can see the odd stitches missing in here. That's a colour I ran out of. I had to order more. So I'm sure it's come in by now. But I haven't got back to it. So that is where I am. You're meant to finish 6 pages in the calendar year so that you could get all the other charts that were offered as part of the sale. I know I'm never going to stitch all them, so I wasn't worried that I didn't finish it or do those 6 pages. No, not a worry. Like next year's one, I know there is no way I'm going to finish the 6 pages either. Doesn't worry me. I just picked it because I like it and I fear I'm missing out, so I had to join in. Okay, we have an Elsa Williams kit, Golfing Partners, and I know I bought this one again, Rosehill Racecourse, not a racehorse, a racecourse where they have racehorses, when they had the craft fairs there, and I bought this, I think it might have been just when we were newly married because my husband was a golfer. He doesn't golf anymore. I don't know when the last time he played golf. But I bought this to put it in our walls, and it would have suited perfectly our house at that time. It was the back section, the living section was brick inside, and they would have looked perfect because it was a bit like a game room type of vibe, sort of the design of that back section. But anyway. Oh my gosh, I've done more of this than I thought. I've nearly finished Mr. Golfer Man. So I'm going to put the 2 of them on the one piece of fabric and frame them together. So in here, on the mock-up, they have them framed individually. I think I'm going to frame them together, like have them still stitched like this, but on the one piece of fabric. And it looks like I only have his leg to finish down the bottom and put in his golf club, and besides the back stitching and the frame, he's pretty much done. Wow, I've done more on him than I thought. Cool. And at the stage when I bought this, I couldn't stand golf. I couldn't stand it. And when my husband wanted to, you know, watch the golf or whatever, I'd be like, do we got to? And I just didn't like it. Well, you know, people change, I guess, and now I love golf. I've never played it, but I absolutely love watching. Any chance I can get, I'll watch the golf. Love it. Okay. And I think I know more about the players who are, you know, consistently playing than he does now. I've chopped the name off this one, but it's Autumn Meditation by, who is it by? Carolyn Manning. This was in a magazine. That's why it's a bit worse for wear. It's a photocopy from the magazine. And I'm pretty sure this was for the magazine monthly challenge Facebook group, and it was probably for one where we needed an autumn themed piece. So I love the oranges and the colors in this, and it was called Autumn Meditation. So that was my pick. It's being done on a piece of Ada. I don't know what count. Looks like a 14 or something. And again, I'm using my own colors because I don't think at the time I had all the colors. So I have substituted some. And that is what I've got done. Look at that. That is so pretty. Oh my gosh, I love it. Oh, so pretty. Oh, love this one. Yeah, very pretty. Okay, there's one more in that pile. And then we've just got that little pile and that pile. Oh my goodness, if you're still here, thank you for hanging in. We have another Mirabilia, Nightingale. It's more a recent design that's come out. Gorgeous. And the fabric I'm doing it on, I know is, here we go. It's from Paddock Lane Designs, December 23, Christmas. So it was from the Fabric of the Month Club. Pretty sure this is a May start because there's not much done on her. And that's what I've done. So the fabric is like a pinky at the top and a green at the bottom. So I've tried to arrange her so that it looks like she's like running across, it's like a sunset type of thing. I'm hoping that's what it's going to portray. So like that's the sunset type sky. So I'm not sure if she's more in the pink or in the green. I can't remember. Where, if I try and work out where that flower is, what is that? I think that's in the middle. Don't know, it goes that way. Hang on. Wait. Oh no, hang on. Can't go that way because she's running the wrong way. Oh, I don't know. Guess when I stitch more I'll be able to work it out. Anyway, yeah, so that is Nightingale. Oh my goodness, now okay, another Rosewood Manor piece. Told ya, I love the Rosewood Manors. Oops, wait a minute. Okay, Blue Rhapsody. Love this one. Very pretty. And the bonus thing in Karen's books, Karen Kluber from Rosewood Manor, is it's not just this design in the book. In her little booklets, she has other things as well. So they're like smalls, but yeah, you get more than just the one pattern. I love them. Pretty pretty. I am stitching this on a piece of Fox and Rabbit 36 count linen called Desert Taipan, and this is one that I got from A Stitch in Time. And that's what I've got done. Pretty. So pretty. No. I should have really done another letter, shouldn't I? So it didn't look like I was just saying no. Although the next one's P, so it would have been nope, I guess. Nope. Yeah, pretty pretty. I love that Desert Taipan fabric too. That is such a gorgeous colour. And that was one of the ones that she snuck in and said, yeah, you can stitch on 36 count, you'll be fine. Cheeky. Oh, she was right, I can. Okay, this is an old kit by Drusilla. Oh, nearly lost the beads. Vintage, I know, what are they called? Vintage shoes. So I'm trying to show that without the glare. So just 3 gorgeous shoes. This, I think, was going to be for my room at home before I got married. This is old then, isn't it? And that's where I'm at. So I've done the middle shoe. Oops. Oh my gosh, I've done the top shoe. Wow. I'd forgotten that I'd done that top shoe. Look at that. And I've done the middle flowers, which look uneven. They don't look lined up. But anyway, no one's going to know if I hold it at an angle. And I've done the middle shoe, so I only have the bottom shoe. The top, there's a floral. There's a floral garland at the top and one at the bottom. So a bit more to do than I thought on this one. But I'm actually surprised at what I had done. I had forgotten that I'd done that top shoe. So there you go. So this now is going in our bedroom when it's done, I think. Okay. And then, oh look, it's another Rosewood Manor. Oh, feathers. Again, this is in honour of our neighbourhood peacock. This is the 3rd piece for our neighbourhood peacock. I've already completed one. She's a very spoiled, or he's a very spoiled peacock. And I think that's the bottom. I started in the bottom left corner because it was easier to count from the edge than try and count in from up here. So I started in the bottom left corner. And this fabric is, I don't know, I think this was another one from Stitching Time, but I don't have a card for each of them. I don't know what I've done with them. But that is what that is. This is a very detailed stitch. There's lots of colour changing. So you're forever stopping and starting and colour changing. You've got to be in the right mood for this one. Well, I have to be in the right mood for this one. Because of the constant stopping and starting and changing, it just, you know, you have to be paying attention and you want to be in the mood to keep changing. Okay. This is a Country Threads kit, I believe. This was a kit. Galahs by the Waterfront. This again is for my husband. He loves the native birds, and I also chose this for me for the galahs. We have a family history of galahs. So when I saw that, I had to have them. And this is where I am. So I am, I think, 2/3. I only have a few more birds on this side to do with the ground, and I don't think there's back stitching in any of those birds. I don't think they're needed. There's no back stitching needed. Yeah, so what I've done so far is actually fully complete. So I just got to do this side, this left hand side. Pretty. And that's a really enjoyable stitch. I do like that one. So that actually might be a finish next year. Fingers crossed. Okay, what is this? Okay, this is a Laurie Holt pattern. So she did. I'm going to put this in my sewing area where I make my project bags to sell. This is on a hand-dyed pink. It's got to be a Paddock Lane Designs because she's got the stitch count in the corner. It's a 14 count Aida, and this is a big bit of Aida, so I think I've got a few charts planned for this bit of fabric. Yeah, so the other one I'm going to put on this bit of fabric is this one. What's it called? So Happy, again a Laurie Holt one. So that one I'm going to put on this same piece of fabric, and they're going to, you know, be beside each other on the wall. But that's what I have for the So She Did so far. This was a Mania start, I think, because it looks like I've only spent like a day on this, because it wouldn't have taken long to do the heading, and that's all just one colour. That's all just one colour, so this looks like it's a day stitch. So I've got both these patterns in here so that when I finish one, I can start the next, and that just continues as a WIP until they're both stitched. Oh, now we're onto this pile. Let me just grab these across so I'm not stretching back so far. Wow. Oh, we're nearly there. Thank you for sticking around if you are still here. Okay, we have Celtic Summer by Lavender and Lace. This was a Mania start. Again, this is on a piece of Paddock Lane Designs. It looks like an 18 count Aida in like an apple green colour. And that is it. That is all I've got done. So that would be like the middle start of her dress. I think it's that back section there. Yeah, because that looks like that's the start of that frame up here, that inner frame. So I've sort of done this bit and the start of that inner frame. Wasn't sure about the green vibrancy of the green fabric, but when you look at the mock-up, it looks like it's stitched on like a green fabric. So I don't know why we doubt ourselves so much. Like, I'm sure it'll all be fine. Okay, what's in here? Oh, another Heaven and Earth Designs. All right, I don't have a picture of this one. I'll have to insert it. It is Secret Garden. Who's that by? Secret Garden. I don't know now. I can't remember. I don't have the cover sheet. I need to print out the cover sheets and put them in. But I'll insert a picture. Secret Garden. Now this is on 25 count 1/1. And I think I've made a mistake somewhere. So I've started to park. Whether I continue to park, I don't know. Oops, see, because that annoys me when that happens. So anyway, that's what I've got done. That could be page 1, but I haven't quite finished the top row. So yeah, really pretty. Yeah, I think, so this is a big, I was going to say I think I need to restart the other one, Stitching Shelf, but this still is a huge piece of fabric. But I guess they're big charts, aren't they? So, huge. I think Secret Garden is a really big, I can't remember who it's by. Is it Amy Stewart? I don't know. I don't have it in front of me to tell you. But I'm pretty sure, maybe, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Alright, this one I started did. No, this one I started as a stitch along, and I'm glad I wrote this information here because I'd forgotten. It was Deb's Wallpaper Cell was the hashtag, and I started it with the Grateful Stitcher, and it's William Morris Strawberry Thief, and that is the pattern. I love this. Oh, so pretty. This is full coverage. Is it full coverage? No, it's not full coverage, but they've stitched it on a dark blue fabric. Like, it's meant to be stitched on a dark blue fabric, so the dark blue here you don't stitch. But I didn't have a dark blue fabric and I wanted to start it, and I just had white Aida. So I started on white Aida, and the plan is to fill it in where the dark blue is to actually stitch it. Call me crazy, I know. But I thought that by the time I did everything else and got to the stitch in the background, that would be like a really relaxing stitch. Just the one colour, and you just keep going until it's done. So anything that's white, you stitch. So it's like a no-brainer. You really don't have to think about it. But that's what I've got done. So that's my plan. And then I thought, well, when it comes, if you want to do challenges and things and you've got to get like a big stitch count, then this sort of thing fill in would be perfect. So that's what I want to do. But that's looking good so far. This one I had struggled with to know where to go, what direction to go. It's like, oh, do I want to keep going down here, or do I want to move over here? And oh. So anyway. So I didn't get very much done on that. And I can't remember what the story was behind it. I think someone had it as wallpaper, and I don't know, someone liked it and then knew they could get a pattern for it, and I don't know now. I just jumped on because it sounded like a good idea. Alright, here's another magazine piece, and this is my Anzac piece. It's called Pretty Poppies, and it was in Cross Stitching magazine, but I don't know when. I have no date. So sorry about that. If you want to know, I'm sure I could find out. But it's just these beautiful poppies. Because we have a long history, military history in my family, so I felt like I needed to do something to commemorate that. And it's in this gorgeous poppies bag, which means I need to always have a poppies project or an Anzac project going. So I keep using my poppies bag. And this is where I am. So still a lot to go. It is quite a big piece really for a magazine piece. This is a 25 count even weave. So that is poppies, pretty poppies. Hey, we're on the last like 8 projects. Can you believe that? What was that? I don't know, something fell off. Oh. Okay, what do we got? Prairie Schooler. Now I know this was a Mania start. Songs of the Season. So 6 little, or is it 7 little designs there. All about Christmas songs. And I think, am I doing them all on the one piece? I can't remember what the plan was now. But this is a piece of 25 count even weave. Is it even weave or is that linen? I don't know. Who knows? I don't know. If I don't know, then you don't know. Do I have a card thing in here? No. Oh, here we go. It's a piece of Zweigart fat quarter 28 count Quakers cloth, and that's what I've got done, and it would be helpful if it was up the right way. All right, there we go. Jolly old, and it's going to say Saint Nick I think down the bottom. So again, this was a Mania start, and that's all I got done in the day. Okay then. Okay. Oh, 2 in this bag. both Mirabilias. Have I started them both? I would assume so. Oh my gosh. Alright, so we have the Raven Queen. Done on a piece of 32 count. No, I don't know what it is. It's from the November 23 Fabric of the Month Club Paddock Lane Designs, and the fabric is called Olivine. And I'm pretty sure by this stage I was getting 32s. I changed from 28 to 32s in her club. I've stopped her club because I stopped stitching. But next year, I don't know, I can't find a count thing on it. Next year I'm planning to rejoin because I'm back into stitching. Although I'm not starting anything new, so maybe I should start the year after. Because I get some new fabric, I like to pair it up with a chart straight away. Which then is like, well, once they're together, they have to be started. So maybe I shouldn't do that. Alright, anyway, so this is my little start. It's just in the middle of her dress. It's like her waistline, I think. So just below her waistline. And that is it. That's my little start. This fabric is gorgeous. Look at that. It's like a grey tint of mauve. You can't see that, the mauviness to it, but it's absolutely beautiful. Love it. So that is that one. Sorry about the crinkly plastic. And then here we have another Mirabilia. I believe this is Snow Queen. Alright, Snow Queen. Beautiful. And this one, it looks like I've got a few cottage garden threads in here, obviously, to substitute for some Caron lilies, water lilies, or whatever they are. And I don't know what fabric this is. But this is what I have. So that's what I have. Look at that fabric. The mottling on that fabric. That is gorgeous. Looks like clouds. Which is good because she's Snow Queen. So it looks like she's in like a snowy, cloudy background. Like on the top of a mountain with all snowy clouds around her. That's what I'm going for. But it's got to be... I would assume this is a Paddock Lane Designs as well. But I can't find a... Yeah, okay. It's an 18 count 8er. So I don't know whether it was a Fabric of the Month Club one or whether, normally I have the tag in if it's from that, or whether it was just one. Look at that mottling. Oh, or whether it was one from a sale or something she had. I don't know, but I love this fabric. It's also pretty. Oh my gosh, this is long. I shouldn't have so many whips, should I? Oops, wait, that goes in there too. Oh, and what do we got? 1, 2, 3. This is the fourth last one. Phew. Alright, another Rose of Manna. Surprise, surprise. Dreaming of Daffodils. I have the complete series, Dreaming of Everything, basically, that she has. Except for the last couple, there was one I didn't like. It was like Autumn Leaves or something. I went, oh, that's not really me. So, I don't think I got that one. Although if I looked hard enough in my stash, I'd probably find it. Who knows? When you got so much, you don't know what you got. Okay, what is this stitched on? It's a plain piece of linen, a creamy colour. Nothing to tell me what it is. It's a 30... It looks smaller. It looks like a 36 count, but I don't know. What do I know? That's what I've done. Pretty. I think some of these colours I changed. I don't know. This is a really bright green. Maybe. Maybe that's what's called for. Let me have a look what's called for. Oh, it's all DMC, called for DMC. So they should be. So when I started this, I had my complete set. So they should all be the called for. That's going to be so pretty. Oh, so pretty. So pretty. Alright, 3 more to go, people. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. And then complete and utter disaster behind me on the floor. And we have another Mirabilia. Winter Queen. Pretty. And I'm doing this on a piece of opalescent by Zweigart, Belfast, 32 count. Looks like just like white opalescent. Oh wow, you ready for this? I think, I don't even know which way it goes. Wait a minute. Let's go that way. This was a mania start, and it must have been towards the end when I was getting really tired. Starting something every day. Look at that. There is white there. You can see those white stitches. And I'm pretty sure that is going to have, although she looks like she's stitched on white, it looks like a very fine grey border to her, so the stitches will actually be seen, because white on white there, oh, there's more there than I thought. White on white at the moment are just not standing out, but there you go. That's my beautiful little start on Winter Queen. Okay, 2 more to go. Okay, we have, I think that's a Tiny Modernist. The Nutcracker Tree. Love this. Oh my gosh, they're so pretty. Oh, alright, and this is stitched on, oh, I have the tag. Paddock Lane Designs, Fabric of the Month from October 2023, Urunga Waters, and it's a 28 count. And this is what I have. Oops, wait a minute. So that's what I have. I'm sorry, there's a shadow there because I've got a great big crease. There we go. So the top of the tree, the drum, some leaves, and some stem of the tree. But look at this gorgeous fabric. That's so pretty. Oh, look at that. Oh my goodness. So, one more. Oh, I bet you'll be glad of that. Okay, last one. It's Prairie Schooler, and I'm pretty sure this was a mania start. It's, what have I got written on here? No, oh wait, there's 2 in here. Oh, hang on. No. There is 3 projects in this one bag. So, okay, here we go. What do we got? Obviously these were a mania start. I'm hoping they're all started, not just in here, because I want to keep them together. Okay, have I started this one? I have. Alright, so this is Nursery Rhymes. No, it's not. Oops, it's Village Sampler by the Prairie Schooler. Love little houses. Alright, this is stitched on a 32 count Belfast linen in the colour Raw. And this is all I have done. So a mania start, starting something new every day, and all I got done was the border. So there you go. Sorry if I seem to be going through these fast, but man, I'm tired after all these weeks. Jeez. Alright, what else do we have? I meant to have 3 in here, I'm only seeing 2. What am I missing? Oh, one I finished, okay. One was a ornament that I finished, so I can take that tag off. Alright, here we have Prairie School at Nursery Rhymes 2. And I can't remember which one I started. And we might not be able to tell when I pull it out and have a look either. And this is being stitched on a piece of 32 count Permi linen in the colour Tumbleweed. And I need to overlock the edges. And I don't know which one this is because I need to look at the pattern I've got photocopied here. Alright, it's the one, a little Bo Peep one at the bottom, and that's my start. That's that way. That's why I couldn't tell which one it was, because they both have trees in the top left corner, so I couldn't tell. But I just had a look at the picture that I had with it. Okay, so that's the top corner, it goes that way. That is what I've got done. Is that right? Yes, that's right. Okay, so that is my little poor progress. That's a day stitching though, so you know. And when I say a day, I just mean a few hours after dinner. Unless it's the weekend and I can spend the whole day, most of the whole day, stitching. So I guess that's not too bad for a few hours. That is it. That is all. Get in there. That is all my whips. Are you counting? How many were there? There was 80 something. I don't know. I got a document. I'm sorry, I'll stop rattling. I've got a document where I have all my whips listed. So there it is. There are all my whips that I'm finishing so far, 2024 with, and taking into 2025. Next year, no new starts. Hopefully, no new starts next year, and just concentrate on my whips. Some of these I can get finished in 2025, I reckon. So we'll see how we go. Thank you so much for visiting. I hope you've, enjoyed what you've seen. I've enabled you and you've seen something that you don't have that you'd like to stitch, or you've just had a lovely time stitching and listening and looking up occasionally when I show you things that might interest you. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on the next video. Like and subscribe if you have enjoyed this video. I would really appreciate it. Thank you, and I'll see you next time. Happy stitching. Bye-bye. Okay, so ignore the mess on the floor, but this is my pile that I said I'd show you at the end of all my projects now piled up on the floor behind the chair. And then over here, there's this lovely pile over here. Sorry, you can see my messy desk and my messy office. And this lovely pile here. Oh my goodness, I've got to pack all these away now. Bye.